Hi guys, how you doing? My name's Dave Bean. I've just been asked to review this portable, like a water purifier bottle. I've used a fair few of these kind of things in the past. They needed someone to review, so I kind of hit them up and said, I can do that for you. I got camping trip up and 4,000 acres to myself this weekend, and my family. Alright, so this water purifier is made by a company called Purisoo. I think they're Korean made. Yeah, made in Korea. Now, I've just quickly opened this, quickly read through, because usually you have to run some water through, just some tap water or something like that through, and you did have to with this, so I have done that. But yeah, let's get this open. So they say 99.99% of all bacteria. Where we are, the water's quite, it is quite clean, and it starts on this 4,000 acre property and goes through, so it goes through to some local rivers and stuff like that. We're in the Hunter of New South Wales, Australia, Upper Hunter. Alright, so this is the main body of the filter. So I love that it's olive green to start with. So the idea is there's a pump system, and then there's a water catchment system here, which you can drink straight out of. Alright, so we've got a bag as well. We'll put that just in there. We have a hose, so we'll need that out. Alright, the last two parts are the filter itself. Where are we going to sit this? We'll sit that there. And this looks like it goes through here to catch bigger particles, as in rocks and heavier dirt and stuff like that. So that just clips on there. Alright, I will make sure I'm doing this right. So it does come with a manual. Alright, so if you take this bottom cap off, that's where your filter is going to slot in. Alright, so the way that holds is, has a little O-ring here. Down in here you probably can't see that, but basically the same shape as that. Cylinder fits in perfectly. That just slots into that. Let's make sure that still closes, and it does. So that actually fits there as well. Alright, we'll open this. It's just a silicone hose. It does have a few folds in it, so I'd suggest just bending them out first. They come out pretty easy. Alright, now that goes into here. So this is where your particulars will keep out of the system. Alright, so it's quite a neat little system. That water there is from when I just ran some water through that filter before we come out. Alright, so I think we head down now. I've got a load of water here. We'll head down and try this out.
And I wonder what's gonna come of me.
Alright guys, so down here at the water now, just put everything back in that packet. Fits in pretty well. So I'm going to just see how long this takes to fill the tube. You've got a little glass window up the side here, so we'll see how visible that is when we get going. Alright, so dunk that straight down in the water. Just starting to pump now. Alright, so it took me a couple of seconds just to get all the air and stuff like that through, but probably 3 pumps in, I'm about that high. Probably another 6 or 7 pumps, we're about that high. Alright. So we can see as of that window, we're absolutely full here. Alright, so we're full now. Just had a quick look at the instructions again. Now, I'm pretty sure you could open this and drink it straight out, but it does have a setting where you don't have to do that. So you push that down, turn that top, that comes off. Set that somewhere it's not going to disappear. Alright, now this has a little rubber seal here. You can tell what side opens. Sorry, something on my neck. Because it has a little kind of thumb pull. Also has some markings. Alright, so that's clean, bacteria-free water. Tiniest bit of filter taste, but that will go the more use I've got. It's quite easy to drink out of. So I think all in all, design is really good. It is plastic. That is obviously to keep down weight and that kind of stuff. Everything for me is olive green in my kit, so olive green is great for me, but I guess the only downside would be if it's sat down somewhere, I would just make sure you don't sit this filter down by the water, that kind of stuff. Keep an eye on it. It's quite large as a filter, you know, 1.5 hand kind of size, but what it does is quite good. So I don't think it's, I think it's hikeable. That also is your container as well. So what I'm going to do now, there we are. So we're full again already. It starts pouring out a bit. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is use that as a vessel to get at least that much water back to camp. So I think that's really good. Design wise, yeah, I think it's great. Obviously, brand new, I really hadn't done any use with this, so I will put it through some testing. But design wise, I think it's really good. I think it will take a fair few drops. This vessel inside is plastic as well, which I think is better than a glass or something like that. Looks like it could be glass, but it's not. It's hard plastic. So 400 ml as well. Alright, well that's it from me. I think it's a good product. I think it's going to be great for kind of car camping as well as hiking. There obviously is smaller ones for hiking. I think this sat in a backpack as your bottle is not going to be that much more than an actual bottle. Maybe a tiny bit more, you might get 500-600 ml out of a bottle, but I think that's great. I'm do a fair bit of overlanding, survival kind of stuff as well. So I will probably get another one of these. I've just set up a motorbike, kind of overlandy survival setup on a motorbike. So I'm going to put this in one of my pannier bags at the bottom. Alright, thanks heaps to Survival Storehouse, and see you guys later.